Welcome everyone, you're watching India Today. I'm Shivani Gupta. Now the Sports Ministry has taken note of the kit fiasco. The fiasco that had hit the Rio Paralympics Indian contingent. This after India Today reported the matter first last evening. Remember, the Indian flag has been represented wrongly and India was also missing from the backs of the team kits. Due to this improper kits, there were chances that the Indian contingent might even not be allowed for the opening ceremony later tonight. According to the ministry though, they say the issues raised by the international committee have been taken into account and the matter has been resolved. Necessary corrections have been made and the Indian contingent has got the go-ahead to take part in the opening ceremony later today. Now, during the Rio Olympics, Indian players faced many kit-related issues, from delays and incorrect sizes to even issues with quality, and it seems no lessons have been learned. On the left of your screen are the pictures of the improper kit that the Paralympics team was given, and the kit that brought forth the wrath of the International Paralympic Committee. Several glaring errors with no India written on the back, with the Indian flag itself wrong on the blazers that they wear for the ceremonies. On the right of your screen now, we are showing you the last minute changes that have been made into at least the blazers for the opening ceremony, where the entire pocket has now been covered by a gold film to negate the wrong colors impact. If you can play the visuals on the right full screen to show our viewers just what are the kind of last minute changes the Indian team is having to make. What a blunder this has turned out to be. Joining me on the show to talk more about this fiasco is former president of the Paralympic Committee of India, the PCI, the body which was recently suspended, has got its recognition only recently, and also Ramesh Tikaram, a former para-athlete and Arjuna awardee, is joining me from Bangalore. Rajesh Tomarji, first I want to ask you, I want to put it on record that you were suspended after glaring irregularities at a para event in Ghaziabad. I just want to put that on record for our viewers. What do you make of this entire fiasco though? Could the PCI have not handled this better? These are basics regarding the kit.
Shivani, I would like to clarify here that I am not sitting here in the capacity of a PCI official. I am sitting as Asia Vice President here.
That's right.
And secondly is that it was not suspension of mine. The matter is sub judice, so I am not going to debate on that issue. Now I am going to come back to your question of the kitting part. India is not competing, Shivani, for the first time in these Paralympic Games. And there are PCI officials who have been going nth number of years as escort, as team managers, as coaches, as chef de mission. It was all a game which were being planned amongst themselves. And I put an end to it by involving government officials into the entire team, especially at the Para-Asian Games. And that led to a lot of controversy because everybody wanted to, I can't hear.
Yeah, go ahead, we can hear you.
Audio has gone. Yeah. So, and that is the reason, because they wanted to have these people into their team, and this has to go to an end. Now coming back to the kitting part, what I would like to clarify here, kitting is very, very close to the athlete's heart. India written on it is very close to the heart. I've been an athlete myself in the past few years, and I feel that athlete's pride is the Indian kitting, and especially when he marches behind the Indian national flag, and also on his blazer, the ceremonial kit which is written. This is very unfortunate what your channel is showing here, that the kitting there's been a major fiasco. I wish the official concerned with this could have learned a lot from this Rio Olympic Games, especially when it was concerning the boxing team which never had India written on it.
True.
They could have taken it more seriously rather than this last minute arrangements of what you call an Indian jugaadbaji, because people are running from left to right for this kind of a thing.
Absolutely.
ICC has set rules which are displayed everywhere, and you don't need a rocket science to know what your national flag color is.
True.
But I'm not playing a blame game here, but it is very unfortunate what has happened. But the issue here is that the PCI official was handed over the kit by SAI. There is a DRM meeting where the SAI official had gone much earlier, because they had to do the entries, they had to do the classification of the athletes. The athletes were there already, and the officials had left earlier. The kit was handed properly to the PCI official who has been going with the team. He has been an athlete. He kept the kit at his house. He should have seen the kit, ensured and rectified the mistakes at that very time. Now,
right.
to blame
Let me just go across to Ramesh as well. Sir, please hold on.
Ministry's job either.
Let me just go across to former Arjuna awardee para-athlete for India, Ramesh, as well. Isn't it very demoralizing for athletes when such issues crop up, when there's a threat that you might not even march into the opening ceremony, which is an issue of pride, when you can't even wear your jerseys and your blazers with pride? Have you also faced, I mean, is this not endemic, Ramesh? Is this not a continuing problem?
Certainly, it will certainly hit the morale of the athlete who are preparing for the winning a medal for the country, and finally you feel that you are not you won't be able to participate in the opening ceremony. That will certainly demoralize the athlete, and they'll be more worried and more tensed. A lot of things should have been done as a homework. I think the PCI committee has not done any homework. To my knowledge, I think they have developed a lot of leaders than the dedicated workers. To my knowledge, I think whatever the committee or the strength of people they have is only the 10%. I think 90% more number of people and the dedicated persons are required to develop a para sports in India, because India doesn't know what is para sports, and sports ministry doesn't know what is para sports. SAI doesn't know what is para sports. I think 90% of strength should be increased, and
but Ramesh, who do you blame for this blunder right now?
Yes, certainly, because we have to blame certain few of the young athletes who have been made as a committee member, like ad hoc committee member like Giraj. He's there, and he's involved in almost all the things. I should have taken note of all such things, because he's very close to the SAI or Delhi ministry, sports ministry, and moreover the PC has given a lot of powers to Mr. Giraj. I think Giraj should have taken a lot of interest and see that what exactly, because it is the most prestigious issue when you're when our athletes are representing the country.
Since you mentioned Giraj, in fact we have more news coming in. It's not just the kit. India today has accessed the details of the contingent that has gone to the Paralympic Games, and one look is enough to see how officials and babus have taken control. Exclusive details with India Today show that for 20 athletes, 20 Paralympic athletes, there are as many as 18 officials who have gone to Rio. That's a ratio of almost 1:1, where while the ratio is supposed to be 1 official for 3 athletes. If one goes by the International Committee guidelines, then only 3 Indian athletes need escorts, yet there are as many as 7 escorts, including the person Giriraj mentioned, completely against the norm. So are these people on official duty or just to enjoy a good time in Rio? Rajesh Tomar, I want to take a quick reaction from you on this. We're almost out of time, but quickly, 18 officials for 20 athletes, that's unheard of.
So certain cases you require like a paraplegic, 100% paraplegic people, they need a 1:1 ratio, because they need all support.
Right.
I think a few of the cases are extremely required.
No, I understand that. There are 3 athletes who need escorts, 2 male athletes and 1 female athlete, so that's 2 escorts.
I think Karan also needs an escort.
Rajesh, what do you have to say about this, the officials? Mr. Tomar?
Yes, Shivani, thank you. You see, there are fixed guidelines on IPC, and IPC one has to adhere to the guidelines, especially when it is concerning the Olympics and the Paralympic Games. You just can't play a fool around like it's a national championship or it is a state championship. Now, kit is a major fiasco. The number of officials, I think it's totally a prerogative of the government of India to whom to send as an escort and not to send escort, or the coaches of the team. Now, ministry, as far as they have sent, I see the list, the doctor has been included, which is a very good thing, and doctor is an army doctor.
But what about the escort,
very well. He has a good background. They have also sent us a physio. Well, escort, the guidelines much more before I know them. I think you have gone through the guidelines on this thing. I agree with you that there is a ratio of 3:1, but everything is on payment. This is on exchequers money, and everybody is having a free ride there. Then it's okay.
All right.
I mean, I don't find
Mr.
anything.
Tomar,
I mean, there has been issues that when.
Mr. Tomar, I'm afraid I have to cut you short there. Mr. Tomar and Mr. Tikaram, thanks a lot for joining us. We'll keep our focus on this story. It's not just about the kits anymore. Even officials, it seems, are going there to Rio, having a gala time. Remember, such issues came up during the Rio Summer Games as well. I thank our guests.